This is Gary Atensi with CNTV, and today we're in Lakewood, Colorado. I am here at Sundance Window Tinting. Since 2013, they have been your go-to professionals in auto tinting and commercial and residential installs. I'm here with the founder, owner, Rick. Thanks so much for joining us here today. Let's start off a little bit about yourself. Share with me how this all got started for you.
Well, back in 1999, I started working for a manufacturer that sold the product, so I was a rep for that company. And back in 2009, the economy tanked. I was looking for a new job. Of course, I was already doing the business. I decided to go ahead and start Sundance Window Tinting.
That is great. Let me ask you this. We have windows on everything. We've got windows in our car, windows in our office, in our home, in our business. You could pretty much say that we see a large majority of the world through windows. Before we talk about all the different ones you can tint, are there any windows that you cannot tint?
No, there isn't any windows that you can't tint to. The manufacturer comes out with a film to glass chart, which is a chart that gives you direction on what film to apply to certain glass, so whether it's a double pane, single pane, tempered, etc. So that's kind of how we gauge what film we're going to use. Before
1966, before the invention of tint film, if you will, they used to spray this stuff on windows, not very beneficial. You have been around this, like you say, since the turn of the century. Does the product seem to keep evolving and really getting better?
You know, that's the beautiful thing about selecting a good manufacturer with the product. We use a Lumar product. That product is backed by the world's largest manufacturer, is why we use them, because they carry a nationwide warranty. They do all of the testing. We have not had any film failure since I have been using them for a very long time, and as well as selling to the product. And they just stand behind their dealers. They give them the support that they need to give a proper installation, to give the proper training, to make sure they have the proper tools, and the proper education on giving the best customer service possible. And that's basically why we use them.
Excellent. Let's start off first of all with automobiles. What brand or what type did you actually use on these automobiles and why?
Well, we use a Lumar product, and Lumar has been the largest window film manufacturer for a very long time. They stand behind the product. They carry a nationwide warranty, and that's why I like to use them. Besides, I used to work for them.
Absolutely. You know the product inside and out as well. Probably more than a lot of guys that actually do these installs as well. First of all, let's educate the public out there, especially here in Colorado, possibly some misconceptions about what is legal on an automobile and what grade of tint. Are there certain windows that can be tinted? Share with us a little bit there.
Well, on automotive, you want to keep a film that is, in Colorado, it's a 27% light transmission that they allow. We use a 30% light transmission to stay above that legal limit. Now, we do have some vehicles that have a factory tint, so we do a tint to match. So that usually is about around a 20% tint. That seems to be our most popular.
Excellent. Here in Colorado, obviously the sun shines. It gets really hot out there when we're driving around in our car. Tell me how this tint not only gives a great personality to your car, but it also protects us. I mean, it protects us, it protects our kids, as well as even in our interior.
The biggest factor is the UV factor. So the film I use carries a UV protection of 99% UV. And you can't get much better than that on an automobile. It comes in different shades. I mean, we can go from a film that just stops UV for those who are sensitive to the sun,
all the way up to a grade that is darker, if you like that kind of thing, but yet, regardless of the grade, we're talking about UV protection is still there for them.
Exactly, that is correct. The other bigger part is that you have a glare reduction. So, you know, as you're driving around during the day and the sun hits you, it's like wearing sunglasses.
That's not only glare reduction for easy on the eyes, but it can also be a safety factor as well.
Oh yeah, you'd be surprised how many people's eyes are very sensitive to the sun or they're allergic to the UV. And so we provide that service. A lot of people don't do that. They just absolutely buy the car just for the looks. But there are those benefits as far as the UV goes.
Excellent. I know one of the benefits, obviously, of limo drivers for years has been that of privacy. Is that pretty popular for folks as well, putting it on SUVs, minivans? I mean, privacy factor has to be kind of big. You've got kids in the car as well.
Privacy is a big thing, especially during the holidays where you got a package in the back of the seat. It just prevents the looky-loos. They also offer just the clear film. I mean, you can put a clear film over the back end of a factory tint. The misconception is factory tint that comes from the manufacturer actually has some kind of heat protection properties. It does not. So we provide a clear film that gives you 99% UV protection and 43% heat reduction. So you don't have to make the windows darker. You just get that clarity of a 72% light transmission.
A lot better than what they put in stock at the factory. Obviously, windows are a big thing in automobiles, but they're even bigger in our homes. The same windows that are letting in some great natural light, beautiful in our home, are the same windows that are letting some serious heat in when it comes to our carpet, a lot of times our furniture. Is this good protection in that way?
It is great protection. I mean, the biggest thing that we provide is that UV, which does help eliminate some of that fading.
Sure.
You know, if you buy a new leather couch, the last thing you want that thing to do is fade. Or if you have a wood floor. If you have a wood floor and it fades, then you're having to figure out how to get that back to a shine. That's what the film does on the residential side.
That is great because we got a lot of things in our home that we're trying to protect, yet at the same time we don't want to cover up. Let me ask you this, summertime gets pretty hot here in Colorado, maybe even help us reduce the amount of AC that we need in our home.
Exactly. The nice thing about it is it's going to prevent up to 79% of the heat that comes into that home. Wow. So your air conditioner is going to have to work less. You have some big picture windows and you've got that big sun coming through. You can just reduce the glare, create a privacy, or simply just enjoy the view with a 72% light transmission.
Speaking of enjoying the view, that's what I really like about film. Unlike blinds or drapes, you're covering up the beautiful view that you got, maybe that you chose where you live. With film, basically, you still have that reduction, yet a great view for everybody to see.
That's correct. One other thing that we do offer security and graffiti film for commercial application. So that's something that we really enjoy doing. I mean, we apply a 4-mil security film, which helps prevent break-in and entry. So we do that on a lot of basement sliding glass doors, just try to eliminate some of the vulnerable spots to the home.
You basically have a team here that is able to go in and do from a small job, like a small VW, all the way up to a hospital. I mean, we're talking about hospital, multi-level. Tell me what you provide for commercial as well.
Well, for commercial, we seem to go with more of a privacy film, a film that has a little bit more reflectivity. Because you have so many windows, we try to eliminate that heat that comes through there. We do a lot of work with a lot of different contractors, glass companies, and that seems to be the go-to film.
Absolutely. I mean, what I like also is the fact that not only do they get the benefits of the heat and whatnot, but I think for a business, it kind of adds to your ambiance. I mean, it makes your place look sharp, makes it look finished. I can always respect when I walk into a business and it looks great like that.
That is very true. Aesthetically, it just makes everything look even. You know, you don't have a blind that's half up, half down. And it just creates a better work environment for the employees of the business. They have less eye strain, less headaches. I mean, if they're looking at a computer all day, they don't have the glare to contend with.
Not only the glass that you work with keeps us from the outside, but you also use what's known as decorative glass inside. I mean, separating conference rooms, separating what walls really can't do. It still has an open environment. Tell me about decorative.
So we do a lot of work with architecturals and designers, and the one thing they do love is they enjoy creating a different environment inside the conference room. So the decorative film offers that privacy. So when you're in conference, it doesn't have to be the full glass that's covered. It could just be a band and keep it simple.
I've seen those a lot of places. I mean, you walk in and some of them are half walls up. Sometimes they go all the way up. Conference rooms where it still has an open feeling, yet at the same way, you can't hear what's going on inside. This is a great way to not only use something, but also really give a good art look.
That is very true. The application for a home is shower doors, your front entry door with the side glass, just to create a little bit more privacy. Those seem to be very popular as well.
Excellent. Viewers, take a look at the bottom of the screen right there. What you're going to see is their website. First of all, on the website, take a look at all the different applications they were able to provide for you. We're talking about complete automotive tinting, complete commercial, as well as residential. This is a company that began back in 2013, but quite honestly, since turn of the century, this gentleman right here has had a lot of professional experience, first of all, in the product. He knew the product inside and out, and then decided to step in and start installing it for people, not only here in Lakewood, but across the whole Denver metro area. Obviously, this is about protecting many things in our home as well as our car, but I also noticed the same type of film you're talking about you can put on the car and protect the paint as well. Tell me a little bit about that.
That is a clear bra, some know it as a paint protection. And basically it's an 18-inch that goes from the edge of the hood back, and it prevents the car getting rock chips from the bugs etc. So you protect that investment initially, and you can't hardly tell that it's on there.
That's what's great about it. It's actually protecting your car, but it didn't take away from the look of your car because obviously in Colorado we are dealing with road construction, gravel, tar, salt. Even insects can mess up your paint.
Yeah, in Colorado, we love those rocks on the road. So we just do 18 inches, but we can go as far as 24 inches. We can cover the bumper. We basically cover the fenders. We can do headlights. We can do door pockets and door edges.
Doors inside. I noticed something on the wall over there. You actually got a way to protect the bottom of your floor. Is that something new you guys just started bringing on?
Yes, we just became a dealer of the WeatherTech mats. They just protect the floor. I mean, in these ugly winters that we have, you've got an accumulation of snow from the snow boots, and that water has to settle somewhere. So we're just really proud that they accepted us as a vendor.
Which definitely will save you on the long run because not cheap at all to replace that carpet inside of your car. I know for myself, I got a lot of little ones and I don't care how hard I try, they're still hard to keep all the snow out and everything that they bring in. Viewers, take a look at the bottom of the screen right there. You're going to see their contact information right there. If you have a large commercial job, a large residential job, you're not sure how much it's going to cost, the guys will come out, take a look, give you a consultation, and give you a bid on what they can do for you. If you've just got maybe a window in your home, you need some tint, measure it up, send the information into them. They will be able to give you that information as well right there over the phone. And obviously, all types of cars. If you're not sure, take a look at their film viewer right there on the website. They got a film viewer for automobile, commercial, residential, help you really decide what it is that you might be looking for. This company began in 2013. Since then, 2014, 15, 16, they have been an award-winning company. The Best of Denver came out and had to check them out. This is a company that began, once again, 2013. That is Sundance Window Tinting. This is Gary Atensi with CNTV. And if you don't know, now you know.